Let's keep the focus on the situation developing between Ukraine and Russia. For more, let's welcome in Texas Congressman, Air Force veteran, and member of the House Armed Services Committee, Pat Fallon, back with us. Congressman, good to have you back on. Good morning.
Rob, good morning. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, and I'm glad to have you on to talk about this. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about the administration getting Americans out of Ukraine. We know what happened in August in Afghanistan, a total debacle. Take a listen to what she had to say.
What happens to Americans if they do get stranded in Ukraine? Should they understand that the U.S. is not coming to get them?
Well, let's just take a step back here. First, we don't know that President Putin has made a decision to invade. We still don't have a new assessment on that, right? I'm obviously not going to discuss intelligence reports, which I think you also referenced. What people should understand is that the United States does not typically do mass evacuations. Of course, the situation in Afghanistan was unique for many reasons, including that it was the end of a 20-year war.
Congressman, think about how ridiculous what she just said is. Clearly, America is not in the business of evacuating Americans. We learned that the hard way in August in Afghanistan. But also, there are reports that say if Putin does decide to invade Ukraine, he could take Kiev within 72 hours. That's 3 days. Same thing happened in Afghanistan. Nobody, General Milley and Lloyd Austin, nobody thought that Kabul would be taken by the Taliban in less than a week. It was. That's why we were in that position. Could history repeat itself in Ukraine?
Rob, there's no doubt. And let's look at what would happen and what it would look like, what a Russian invasion would look like. It could be very swift. I hope it, of course, the Ukrainians can hold out. But if they don't, we could have as many as 5 million refugees, Ukrainian refugees, go west into Poland and other bordering countries. We have, and the estimates are 30,000 Americans still in Ukraine. And, if he does invade, incidentally, a lot of people aren't talking about this in the media, he might have to have an occupation force of like 350,000 Russian troops, which is about a third of their active duty force. So wow. Putin's put himself maybe in a little bit of a box, and I think he's going to unfortunately invade. I hope I'm wrong, Rob, but time will tell. Yeah, time will tell, and we've got the Olympics happening. We know Putin and President Xi in China are close now. Maybe Putin will wait until after the Olympics. We keep hearing about, no, now's the time because the winter freeze is going to start in Ukraine. The ground will be too hard to move tanks. And I'm like, you think Putin cares about the winter freeze? All right, he doesn't care. If he's going to invade, he's going to invade. He doesn't care what the climate is, what the weather is. We keep hearing about these war games happening to the north of Ukraine and Belarus. Vladimir Putin said that come February 20th, he's going to move his troops out of Belarus. He didn't say to where, though. So who's to say that he won't just move them to the east of Ukraine and invade with a massive force from the east? Rob, it does Americans really a good service. If you look upon Putin more as a mob boss, as a mafia boss, he doesn't have to directly rule. Like, he doesn't directly rule technically in Belarus, but he runs the country. And he runs the country through, to use a mafia term, a capo regime, a captain. The president of Belarus is only in name only is he the president. He's looking to have a similar situation with Ukraine. He wants to invade quickly, replace the duly elected president, put in a puppet, and then leave and have him be his collaborator and control Ukraine for him. That's his end game. And again, I hope I'm wrong, but all indications are he wants to reconstitute as much of the old Soviet Union as possible. And he's going to lose face if he doesn't invade now. That's my worry.
Wow. I've never heard it put that clearly and succinctly. That makes a whole lot of sense. Let's hope it doesn't happen. I'm not convinced the Biden administration is going to know what to do if that does actually happen. Congressman, that's all the time we have. Enjoy the big game. Former Notre Dame national champion, Texas Congressman Pat Fallon with us. Enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend. We'll see you again real soon.
Rob, you're a great American. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.